What's up, y'all? Before we get the show started today, I gotta shout out one of our sponsors, because with so much content whizzing around out there, there's only one storytelling platform that keeps you calm, stay informed, and inspired, and that's Flipboard. Flipboard curates the world's stories so you can be smarter in your work, life, and play. Choose from thousands of topics to personalize your Flipboard and get the latest stories from the best publishers and experts, delivered straight to you 24/7. When you see the stories that you want to save or share, tap the plus button and add them to your private or public collections. It's that simple. Used by millions of people every day, Flipboard is how people move themselves and the world forward. Get started today at flipboard.com.
What's up, y'all? I got one more announcement. One more before we get the show started, okay? Friday, March 29th. I'm going to say it one more time. Friday, March 29th. Mark your calendar. If you're in the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, maybe even Charlotte, shit, any of those areas, come on out to 5 Points at Proof. Sex on the Rocks is hosting its first event. It's a What's Your Status party. If you never heard of a What's Your Status party, you need to be there. Come on out. We're going to have color-coded cups that help y'all mingle, okay? If you taking, you're going to have a pink cup. If you down to fuck, you're going to have a blue cup. If you single as fuck, you might have a black cup. If it's complicated, you're going to have that green cup. Okay? But y'all, Friday, March 29th, What's Your Status party? Proof at 5 Points. That's 1620 Gleenwood Avenue. All promotions and flyers will be on Instagram. You can follow us at Sex on the Rocks _podcast. That's Sex on the Rocks _podcast. Go follow now. Go like the flyer. Everything is up. It'll be on my page. It'll be on Tip's page. We'll even put a description for you in the bio, and we'll put a way for you to get tickets. It's Eventbrite for What's Your Status. You feel me? What's your status? Yes, with a YO, not you are. Okay? So, come holler at us. Get your early bird tickets now. Peace.
What y'all got on special? Can you give me something?
Hey, bartender, how much for a shot,
Can I
man?
get a sour on the right up? Do you got a blue motorcycle? Sex on the Rocks.
What's up, y'all? Sex on the Rocks podcast. Your guy Quentin Quasey, your girlfriend favorite bartender. And I'm here with my co-host.
Oh, me.
She always want to act like she don't know what's going on, yo. Always. I don't know what it
I'm
is.
doing research.
Research for what? What are you
I'm
researching?
tired. I'm just doing some research right now. Y'all see. Y'all are gonna like me for this. Anyway, what's up, y'all? This is Tiffany.
I don't know what Tiffany's doing. She pressed me out to just start the show just now, but she's not here. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'll just get into how my week was and shit.
All right. How
whatever.
was your week?
No, it don't
Q?
matter. I'm talking to the fans. I'm talking to people that's listening.
Okay.
To us. I ain't even talking to you because you over there in your own little world. I don't know what you're doing, but anyway, this past weekend or week, I would probably say was a nice, good. I'd say it was an 8.5. Started off the week real dope. Saw The Dream. That's one of my favorite singers. I owe The Dream with giving me pretty much all the swag that I had in high school and carried it over to college. And like any girl that I met between maybe 11th grade to my junior, maybe sophomore year in college, undergrad. Yeah, anything I did to you, blame The Dream. Okay?
Where did you see him at?
I went to Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I was in Charlotte. Saw him, and it was dope. I mean, he's a great singer off Bucks, and he's a great performer as well. I mean, he don't dance and all of that shit, but he's a great singer. He's good live as well. Anybody that listens to Dream pops. He pops his shit. He just came out with a 3-album mixtape. Yeah, that shit is fire. Cause I think he just came out with that because he just sold his entire catalog. So he sold everything, all the rights to his shit. And I guess he said, well, shit, I'm about to come out with some new music now. So he did that, and that shit is fire. Now, that entire thing, I'm sorry, I have not yet been able to fuck through the whole entire thing. It's long. It's real long. So, I mean, I go, but I'm working on it. I'm gonna go from start to finish. It's like 2.5, 3 hours almost, and I'm not a spring chicken no more. I'm not 18 years no more.
Oh my God. Not even 30 yet. Lord.
Hey, I ain't say I couldn't go now. I just said I ain't going like I was 18. That's all. I mean, I just might need a break with some water in between a little bit. That's all. But that was cool. And then Mardi Gras. This was the last weekend. But Fat Tuesday was this past Tuesday. And I went to the Big Easy downtown. They had a little Mardi Gras celebration. And it was cool. I mean, ate some food. Ate some Louisiana style food. It was alright too. It was spicy as fuck. I had alligator for the first time. It was a lot chewier than I thought. I figured like an alligator would be like kind of tough. I mean, of course, because their skin is tough and shit.
It didn't taste like fishy chicken.
Kinda. It was real. Okay. I ain't really care for the texture of it. It was kind of gummy. So, but it definitely did taste like chicken, and it was spicy. So it tastes like spicy chicken nuggets.
Okay, but fishy.
Yeah, with a fish twang to it. Yeah, it was that. And they had.
Where'd you have this?
This was the Big Easy downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
well, I know that was popping.
Yeah, it did. But because they had the hurricanes flowing, and which is actually gonna be my drink of the week this week is gonna be the hurricane.
Okay.
They had them shits flowing. They just kept bringing them. And I'm old, so you get me with food and liquor, I'm going to sleep. I'm not going to stand up and party with you. I'm going to sleep. So we was out of there by 11 o'clock. And that was that.
Wow.
I had fun, though. I danced a little bit, got the beads and everything. We dressed up a little bit. My girl had a mask on and stuff like that. But it was all right. I mean, it was for what it was on the Tuesday. It wasn't like we were trying to stay up all night on the Tuesday. We had to go to work the next day and all of that. So that was that. And this week, just yesterday, my favorite day of the week, best day, gun show. Shout out to all the gun shows because we live in the South. Anybody who's listening to us, if you live in anywhere above Maryland, well, really anywhere above Virginia, because you really can't have no gun in Maryland either. But
really,
hell no, shit. I got my license that's in North Carolina is reciprocal in a lot of states, but Baltimore is not one of them. I can't take my shit home, which is some bullshit. But anybody that lives above Virginia and you've never been to a gun show, you are missing the fuck out. I am a city boy that grew up in the city all day. I love my city. But down here, I am a country motherfucking boy when it comes to this gun shit. Because I love guns. I love shooting them. I love playing with them. Not playing with them, but I love taking them apart, building them back up, cleaning them. I love guns. I do. I've loved them since I was little. Me and my little cousins always played with them. My father showed me my first gun when I was like 5 years old. I shot my first gun when I was 5 years old, illegally. But ain't nobody talking about that. Okay? But yeah, I went to the gun show and saw some nice stuff. Might not have copped some new stuff. I mean, And today I'm actually coming from the range. I put about 500 through it. So that's how my week was. So I'm living pretty stress free right now. I'm calm, cool. I took some anger out for the week. I mean, I'm good. How about you?
Let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, blowjob, I would say my week was, I would say about a 4. It's a little dry, a little crusty.
Why 4? Why so dry?
Just
your vagina was dry?
No, my vagina was not dry.
So it was wet. So why was it crusty?
I said in terms of a blowjob comparison, my week was just I've been feeling the effects of this Mercury retrograde that's going on.
What the fuck is that?
We've talked about this, Q.
Refresh my memory, because I have no idea what the fuck a Mercury retrograde is. That looks like a strand of weed. Mercury retrograde. Is that the blunt of the week you were talking about? The fuck is the Mercury retrograde? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What the hell is that?
Mercury retrograde.
This shit that be in fish?
What?
This shit that be in fish?
No. Oh my god. It has nothing to do with that. So it's a certain time of the year. This is like astrology and shit like that.
Does it have to do with vaginas? Because like fishy vaginas?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm going to smack you. It's a certain time that basically from one period to another, it ends the end of this month. Then we start a new cycle. So basically it's a time in period where shit just goes haywire. Everything that can go wrong goes wrong. In this sort of retrograde, I've gotten a fucking speeding ticket. I'm having, pushback, as far as career-wise with, getting fully staffed. And then I have one of my best people leaving. Bartending has been slow. Just things going on with my family. Just shit just going just left. Like, when all I want is peace and cohesiveness. These niggas acting up. I mean, they always acting up, but it's been a way more than usual. So I'm just trying to just lay low and just chill and be cool until this shit is over. It's just basically, you ever feel like you have bad luck?
Maybe.
That's what the Mercury retrograde feels like. You just feel kind of...
So you blaming all your bad luck on...
Well, no,
the stars.
It's literally a proven thing. You can look it up. It's a period of time. People are arguing more. You tend to have, this time is about communication and disagreement. So you'll notice that around this time, a lot of people are not seeing eye to eye. A lot of attitudes are changing. A lot of people are not communicating well. It's just a bad time for communication this cycle around. What's the matter? Are you not hearing me?
No, you good. Yo, I'm
So-
just looking at shit.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. You loud as fuck. Always.
So yes, that is what's going on with this Mercury retrograde. So if you're emotionally sensitive like I am,
Bullshit.
you can...
But keep going.
Anyway, if you're emotionally sensitive like I am, you can feel it. I can feel the change in the atmosphere. I can feel the change with the people that are close to me. I can feel it. So it just sucks. And I feel drained. I feel... I just don't feel like myself. But that's why I've been trying to lay low. Haven't been posting like that. I've just been cooling. So yeah, that's that.
So it sounds like you just really need a motherfucking hug.
No, I wouldn't say I need a hug.
I think you do.
No, you always say that to me. You always feel like I need a hug.
Because everybody needs fucking hugs. I tell this, the world would be such a better... Look, just like that Spike Lee movie when he said the world would be a better place and everybody had sex.
That's true.
The world would be a better place if everybody was getting fucking hugs. Period.
Yeah. I mean...
Because if you don't feel loved, why would you be okay? Why would you want to...
Trying to get a hug. Niggas won't be late.
But no, if you aren't getting hugs, why would you, I guess, be okay or want to give somebody else a hug? Why would you want to talk to somebody else?
What do you mean? Why would I want to talk to somebody else?
Like, the world is angry right now because they are angry internally. So that's going to be outside on your face. You're going to be angry. You're going to be angry to people. You're going to be mean to people. You're not going to be nice. And it's because you just need love, right?
Yeah, but you can have love of self.
But people not getting that because no, they don't. Sometimes you can't. I hate that fucking saying you can't love somebody else without loving yourself first.
That's not true.
I think that's bullshit. Sometimes you need to be shown love so that you can show others love, or so you can understand or know how to love yourself. I can't love myself if I don't know what love is, or if I've never felt it or had it someone demonstrate it on me.
I think people use that context wrong. I think people are saying you need to be content with being alone and like having your own company before you can try to love somebody else. Because that's what it all boils down to. Oh, you need to love yourself. What they're saying is that you need to be content with being alone. You need to be cool with it before you can try to, you know what I'm saying, like love and give and do all this for somebody else. You need to be just content. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it's all about. I hate when people say, oh, love yourself, because that is the most... I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't want to die tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I eat. I'm going to make sure, I wash my ass. I'm going to make sure that I'm safe. I'm going to make sure, you know what I mean? There's certain things you do to... loving yourself. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But isn't that the same shit? Don't you take care of stuff that you love?
Yes and no, but I'm learning. This is some relationship shit now. Okay. I'm learning that everybody views love differently.
Okay.
It's a quiz out there. I'm about to pull it up in a second.
Love language?
That might be it.
Okay.
You take the love language quiz or whatever, and it
Yes.
tells you how you want to be loved, or how you should be, or what you want, how you see love.
Right.
Whether it's like through gifts or service, or just affection or touching, whatever that shit may be.
Right.
Everybody should go take the love language test. But me being in a relationship, I'm learning and seeing that the way that I see love is not how my girlfriend may see it, or the way that she sees it or wants to demonstrate it may not be the way that I see it or want it to be demonstrated towards me. So you have to understand how certain people want certain things. It's just like bartending. Every liquor don't taste good to everybody. But
That's true.
once you figure out what that motherfucker like, if I ask you, what do you normally drink when you was at the liquor store? And you say, well, all I drink is Henny. No, you just a regular nigga. Tell me what else you get. And then you say, well, I don't know. Well, then I go and fry up some shit, cook up some shit for you real quick, and you love it. I'm going to give you a whole plethora of genre of shit that I may know that you may like that's similar to that drink. Now, tying the shit back to love is I do one thing that you may love or like, or that is a part of your love language answers that you did from the test. And now I'm going to take that one thing and isolate it and see what it is that made you love it so much. And now I'm going to do everything like that.
Okay.
And now that may not always work. That may be too much of a good thing. Like too much of a good thing may be bad or whatever like that. Whatever that saying or however that saying goes. That may fuck up the rotation. But that's one way to understand how someone wants to be loved. Is doing that love language. You communicate. It's all about communication. You did that test. You talk with the person. Okay, so yeah, I like when you do this, and use real life examples. I like when you actually did it. Don't tell the person I don't like this or I don't like that. Don't do that because that's where a lot of people fuck up. They just do all of the bad shit. Tell all of the good shit, and if the bad shit keeps happening, say, look, Slim, look, slow down. Look, I don't like this part. Try it this way. Give some type of alternative or a solution to it. Don't just come with a bunch of problems. Because if you ain't bringing no solutions, you part of the problem.
Okay, so what's your love language?
I fucking forgot. But
Wow.
look, no, I took this test like 2 years ago.
I could usually for men, it's affirmations and physical touch.
I'll say wrong and wrong. I'll say yes, physical, possibly, but that's not my number one.
I wouldn't say it's your number one, but it's
probably-
definitely a man's love language.
It's probably my top 5, but not top 3. I think my top 3 was like service, like
Acts of service.
yeah, like helping me around the house. If you see that I'm ripping and running, I'm a busy nigga. So if you see I'm working my 9 to 5, I got a side job that I might go to 2-3 times a week, and then I'm working at the bar on the weekends. I ain't got time to wash dishes. I might not have time to cook because I'm getting home at 9 and I left at 6 o'clock this morning. Or I may not have time to do my laundry. Or I may not have time to do XYZ. If you could pick up some slack in one little area, that shit would make me eat your pussy all night. Things like that. That's what works for me.
Okay.
Now, like gifts, I don't really give a fuck about gifts, because if there's anything out there that I really want, I'll go get this shit myself. Right. I don't need nobody to buy it for me. Not saying I don't want gifts, but I don't like birthdays, Christmas. I really could give a fuck less what you get me. I just want you there.
Okay.
Your presence. That's more of a gift to me.
Quality time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. This ain't even just my girl. This is anybody, friends, family. I don't give a fuck if you buy me a drink at the club. Just come to the club with me. I can buy my own damn drinks.
Okay.
Feel me? And I don't know. I think I may go take this test today, and I'll be back with y'all next week with this test. I'm gonna give y'all my results.
Okay.
What you think your love language is?
Oh, I already know my love language.
Oh, what is it?
So my love languages are, so I have 3. The first one is acts of service. Definitely.
Gold digger.
That is not gifts. Acts of service is not gifts.
I'm fucking with you. Go.
Acts of service is like, hey, keep us some air in my tire, or like manly things. You know what I'm saying? Like little small things that you notice and you go ahead and do. And it means a lot to me because you didn't have to do it. It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to pay for it. But just the thought That's one of my love languages because I feel like that a lot of men don't do that. Number 2 is physical touch because I'm super affectionate. If I like you. If I like you.
Yeah, that's something that is like weird as fuck to me now because touching in relationships is different from touching not in a relationship. When you courting a chick, you touch her thigh in a sensual way. You might stroke her hair in a sensual way. Okay. Everything's leading up to sex.
Okay.
In a relationship, no, they just want to fucking cuddle. Touching somebody's thigh or shit. Yeah, just trying to touch sexually, that shit don't work in a relationship, cuz.
What do you mean?
It's more of a mental thing when you're in a relationship when sex pops off.
Okay.
When you're courting, y'all already wanna fuck. Y'all just not going. Y'all trying to feel it. Y'all playing a mind game. Y'all playing a chess match. What he gonna do? What she gonna do? Do I gotta say this? How do I have to do that? How do I throw this hint? Like what is it? I'm thinking a lot of fucking sports references right now because I was watching a baseball game earlier, and I'm thinking about the matchup between like a pitcher and a batter. So that's what's going through my head right now.
I'm totally not gonna get at all. Okay,
but go. I'm sorry. Go.
No. You're fine. I get it. I just I like affection and then quality time. There's nothing better to me than you. You know, I like men who. I would say I like regular guys, but I like regular guys who have big dreams. So I like men who will, make time for me in their schedule and give me their undivided attention when they are spending that time with me. So that shows a lot. You would think it's gifts, and you know what? I'm probably about to change that because I've realized
you ready to start requiring shit?
Huh?
You ready to start requiring shit?
I'm really about to start being on my city girl shit. I really am. I'm really, because I think that in this day and age, I think that we're at a time right now where I think a lot of people kind of like the idea of relationships and partnerships and marriages and that sort of thing. And I want to get into the benefits of marriage.
Okay.
For men.
Okay.
All right. So I think people like the idea, but nobody's willing to put in the work and nobody's willing to sacrifice and give up their single life. So a lot of people are at the point where it's just like, should I just be the fucking savage? Or should I just still stay and be open and wait on that special someone? And it's just like, I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like, why am I getting my time wasted, wasting money, making plans and plans are not happening? Like I am being open, I am being understanding, I am having men literally beg for my time, and when they get it, it's being wasted. I am tired of it. So I'm really about to be on some fucking, you're gonna have to pay for my time. I am not fucking, I used to wonder, like, damn, these bitches really think that men are supposed to pay? But I see where they're fucking coming from. Because they'll be, like, begging to date you. Let me take you out. Let me ask you every fucking day. You'll be like, nah, I'm good. I got a lot of shit going on right now. I know how y'all niggas are. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time. I'm in my bag. I got shit going on. I don't even need no distractions. Oh, no, it's not going to be like da-da-da-da-da. You give them a fucking chance, and the shit is wasted. I done wasted my time. I done wasted my makeup. I done wasted getting my hair done, my nails done. I'm not doing that shit no more. Business, like me, I'm at the point where it's like, it's literally about my future and my money. It's not about love. It's not about relationships. It's not about men. It's literally about my future, and it's about my money, and it's about my daughter. So if it's not contributing to none of them, I'm not fucking with it.
I'm stuck on one thing.
What?
How do you waste your makeup and hair?
Because, you have to get your hair done, Q. It costs money.
Right. So you wouldn't do that anyway?
Well, no. I mean, for me, if I don't have to bartend that weekend, or if I don't have to go nowhere, I can wait an extra week to get my hair done. I could just throw my shit in a ponytail. But if we're gonna go on a nice date, I want to look good for you, so I'm gonna get my hair done. I wear high end makeup. That shit is not cheap.
So you don't wear makeup every day?
No.
No,
I don't. Not at all. I can't with what I do.
Oh.
I do like sterile compounding, so I can't wear makeup at all during the week, really, for work. So, but it's a waste of fucking time if I do, and nothing happens, and I just wasted the full fucking face.
You know, guys don't really give a fuck.
I know guys don't really care, and that's the thing. Y'all don't really care, but we care about our appearance with you. Now, once we get comfortable, that's different. Because y'all don't care.
So, all right, so I got a question. So, you said appearance with them. Now, on your own, I feel like it should be the other way around.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's figure this out. Let's dissect this.
Okay.
You said you care about your appearance when you're with the guy. So you want to be done up all nice and everything. Now, that's for him, correct? You want him to be attractive to you. You want him to be... I guess proud to be with you and everything like that. Yes. Or what's your philosophy for why you say you want to be done up for him or around him?
Well, so I don't wear a lot of makeup, but the makeup I do wear is high end. But I don't wear like layers and layers and layers and a bunch of eyeshadow. I don't. A lot of makeup I spend is like my lashes because they're mink. Like my eyebrows.
That's fur. You got fur eyelashes.
Yes, I have mink.
You got fur eyelashes. That's crazy.
And they're expensive.
Niggas wearing fur.
Anyway.
Niggas not wearing mink coats no more, but they wearing eyelashes. I just learned some new shit. Go.
Anyway.
I didn't know that was
what
mink,
I'm
bro.
saying is that for me, because I don't wear makeup every day, I don't mind getting the stuff that I know is not going to break me out. It's going to look nice. It's going to, you know what I'm saying, last a long time. And I know I'm only going to wear it on date night when I'm going out with a guy I like, or if I'm going out with my girls. I'm not going to put makeup on going to Walmart, going to the gym, something like that. It's not an everyday occurrence. But when I'm with my boo thing or we're going out on a date, first date, whatever, around the house, I'm not wearing it. But if we're going out or I'm going to an outing with my girls or something like that, then I will wear makeup. But I do not wear it every single day or every weekend, to be honest. That's all. Yes. I mean, most guys like the natural look anyway, so they don't like a whole lot of makeup. They actually pretty hate it. I used to have my ex-boyfriend. He used to always, like, he used to just love going out, whatever. We used to always go out. Didn't matter where. He just did not like to be in the house at nighttime. Cool. And we used to go out. I used to get dressed or whatever. And when we get back in the house, sometimes I would forget to take my makeup off. And so, like, we would fall asleep.
Fucking up his pillows.
Not his pillows, his shirts. Because he would take off his shirt and always go to bed in, like, a white t-shirt. So he used to wait, and I used to love to sleep on him. So he used to wake up, and it'll be, like, my eyebrow.
Yo, that's the worst. Because some of them eyebrow shits, I don't know if it's Mac, I don't know if it's Bobby Brown. That shit don't come off. The shit don't come off. Like, don't matter how many times you bleach it, no matter how many times you soak them, the shit don't come off.
Yeah, he was pissed. And then, like, I went to Target and got him, like, a pack of, like, fucking, what was it?
Hanes undershirts?
It was like Hanes or something.
He didn't want that shit.
Yeah, he was like so mad. And I was like, I didn't get it. And he was like, they're not no goddamn Hanes. And I was like, well, what are they? He was like, they're Calvin. And I was like,
oh, he corny.
I didn't know. Like, who cares? It's a white t-shirt. So.
They fit differently, though.
What's going on, y'all? I got a quick question. Have any of y'all ever thought about starting your own podcast? When me and Tiff were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had mad questions. Like, how do we record an episode? How do we get our show on all the cool apps that people listen to? How do we even make money off our podcast? The answer to all of those questions are really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you up with great sponsors who want to advertise your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right now, okay? In fact, that's what I'm doing by reading this ad. But for real, we're bartenders, so we're always on the go. And with Anchor, we can record anywhere. Anchor also allows us to publish our podcast on any platform that we have an RSS feed on. You feel me? Makes life that much easier. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/START to join us and the diverse community of podcasts already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
What y'all got on special?
All right, so speaking of makeup, we have a special guest that just walked
I wasn't
in
going to shop.
on us.
What's up?
I know he's fresh off a flight from
He got flued out.
He got flued out. You know what I'm saying? I aspire to be like him. I said I was gonna be on my
Amsterdam.
City Girls. PayPal, Cash App me, deposit for this punani.
Get my premium.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Magic is here.
How you doing? I miss you guys. You know,
We miss you too. We were
I've been
just
seeing y'all uploading
saying.
y'all stuff. I'm like, oh, you got the episode out, man. I can listen like a little bit of it because I'm getting a little emotional. I'm like,
Oh my
I be
God.
trying to talk to the phone like, nah, man. Back
My God. Magic's been being a little whore over in Amsterdam.
First of
and
all,
wherever else
a
he
big
was.
whore. A big whore.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm going back in June, so
Oh,
we're going back for a 4-day beach party. I just want you to know that it was amazing.
really?
I got into a lot of shenanigans. Some
Okay.
stuff that I probably shouldn't even talk about, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because
It was in another country. It don't matter.
I don't care about confidentiality.
It was in another country.
I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about it. But
Okay.
so I'm gonna start you off with basically what happened. So basically, we get over there. We go to this hotel. The hotel was so nice. Like it was the nicest thing.
Hold on. Before you even jump into that, we gotta tell new listeners because we got some new listeners since you've been here.
Okay, all right.
We
new
have, you know what I'm
listeners.
saying? We getting up there.
So
You know
new
what I'm
listeners,
saying?
Magic is our original engineer when we used to do this in the studio, but y'all know I had to do my whole CEO type shit, so we switched studios, and now I'm engineering this shit a little bit sometimes.
He pulled the ice cube.
There we go. That's I was trying to figure out something. Yeah, I just had to switch the game up. Fuck the man.
Oh, shit. I'm just remembering that movie now.
Yeah, man. We had to go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Create our own shit for real. But yeah, Magic is our original engineer. He used to always chime in. If you watch maybe the first 3-4 episodes, Magic was always on there. But now he's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back now.
Again. So go ahead. You
Talk
stay
about
away.
my
What was
trip.
going on?
Stayed at this nice. We was going to the places that we're going to was in Utrecht, which is like a little like 30 minutes outside of Amsterdam, and we stayed in Zandam, which is like 10 minutes outside of Amsterdam. But it was like a small little like Dutch town looking, and it had like a lot of stores. They had a lot of restaurants. Everything in Amsterdam closes at like 6 o'clock. Like
PM?
and yeah, like in Zandam where we was at, everything, all the stores close at 6 o'clock, but all the restaurants stuff open up later.
Oh,
So they open up early, but everybody's off. There's no like nobody staying up late or all that stuff is closed down. Like on the dock, like the latest was 6. Most of the time it's like 5, but the latest I've seen was 6.
Okay.
But I mean everything. I mean it's euros, so it's a little expensive. But as far as like the people, they were real nice. I got into a lot of shenanigans with some friends. Like met people from the States. Everybody I met from the States. Every black person I saw was like, "Hey, my nigga!" I'm like, "Hey, my nigga!" Hey. Like for instance, I saw a bartender there. Reminded me of Q. I took a picture of it. But we went to the first party called Luminosity. It was actually like a trance festival, which was like techno music, house music, all that stuff.
I thought you.
With
I
DJs.
thought you.
Everybody always think transsexuals. Everybody always think transsexuals. I'm like, no.
You said trans. You said trans.
Transgender.
You said trans festival.
Yeah, trans.
Right. So you
like
figured
trans music.
transsexuals is at the festival.
Yeah,
It's
I
for
guess.
trans-
There was some there, but anyway,
How do they look?
they look. You would not have known. This is funny. That story. All right, so we was at the club.
So what that means is he met one that he didn't know what it was. He ended up going home with it.
no.
He ate the booty and then
But she was pulling niggas and bitches the whole night. It was great. She was pulling people. I walked over. She was kissing this girl who had a boyfriend. I was like, this is great.
because they had
So, like, how many threesomes did y'all have?
We did go to the red light district.
Okay.
We did buy a prostitute. Two prostitutes.
That's what I was going to say. Like, what?
Oh my
you
God.
gotta tell people what this is.
Tell me.
So the red light district, if y'all don't know, in Amsterdam,
this is in Amsterdam.
prostitution
Okay.
is legalized in Amsterdam. So is marijuana. Other drugs, no, they're not. But marijuana, weed, and
Who
prostitution
cares?
is legal. Yeah. So they have like a whole strip called the red light district, and there is like you go down there and it's like these big windows in these rooms and buildings and everything, and it's like little apartments, and then the window you can see the stripper or whoever the prostitute is in there trying to basically show themselves. They got glass It's a window. They stand in front of the window. They be like half naked, squeezing the boobs, trying to attract people and everything like that. You go by, knock on the door, and all the windows are technically doors, so you knock on them and they'll open them up, tell you how much it is. Blah, blah, blah.
Shit!
You go inside or you stay outside, then they close the curtain if you go inside.
Was there any black ones?
There was black ones. There was black ones. There was transsexual.
If you live in any,
All type of girls, short, tall, fat, skinny, all of that.
so what y'all pick?
We got. I like glasses, so it was this chick.
Glasses.
She had some big boobs and a fat ass, and she had like a ponytail up, and she had these glasses on.
So she had the nurse type. I mean,
And
not the librarian
that's
type
look.
shit.
Listen, she was fine as shit. She had mad tats up her arm. I was like, yo. So we get up there, and
How did the negotiation?
Oh, so
go?
basically, when you would by yourself, I guess it's different for guys. For girls, one is a lot cheaper, and two, then you go like a couple goes. They said the girl always has like control over everything.
Okay.
So the guy is not allowed to suggest or say anything. It's all whatever she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Girls was an idiot. She didn't know what she wanted and what she wanted to do. So they trying to tell us different stuff. It was kind of like overwhelming for her, so she didn't really understand like everything they was telling her.
Was this
so
her
she
first
just,
threesome?
It wasn't our first threesome, but it was the first time like for the prostitute, like and then especially there it's like real professional. Like it's not like you go to the corner and they're like, hey, do that. You can just smack them around. I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying that's what TV portrays. That's what American media portrays prostitution is. I don't know. But over there, I'm assuming it was a lot more professional because they had like cameras over there for outside, make sure you can't take pictures or anything. They have, they seem like they're protected really well. It's a job. So she was real professional. She was talking to us, explaining everything, and I understood a lot of it. But I couldn't say shit because I was a guy. So it was all up to her to say, oh, what do I want? What do I don't want? X, Y, and Z. So she ended up getting 2 girls. But we ended up getting, it was 4 of us all together. I just got head from one. And then she was getting fingered and stuff by the other one. So it was kind of like...
It wasn't really... It was like group sex. Not
really.
It
wasn't really... Yeah, so it wasn't like, We did have an orgy. I also forgot because I was fucked up. But that was a fun...
So there was no penetration?
Not for the prostitution, no. Because it was like... Already just for what we got was like €200.
See, that's why I can't pay for pussy.
We also think after staying there, that was when we first got there. I think after staying there for a while, we just got overcharged because we were just like, they kind of took advantage because we were tourist type of shit.
Gotcha.
So y'all paid $200 for 2 girls?
Yeah. €200 for 2 girls. It's not,
so $100 each.
Yeah, but what we
But
got.
what you got from
and it was only for 20 minutes.
Yeah, he got hit and she just got fingered.
Yeah, and I didn't even really. I mean, she came like 5 times. I didn't come. It was a condom. So I'm like, I don't even.
No.
But
it wasn't good?
I mean, I was still thinking about touring. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I don't like paying. That's why I don't like strip clubs. I was like, I don't like spending money for stuff I get for free.
You were thinking about $200 while
I'm
you
like,
was getting
yeah,
dicks up?
I just paid for this shit.
I'm like, I just paid for this, and I know I'm not gonna come. Once you put the comment, I'm like, I know I'm not gonna come, and as long as she have a good time, I don't care. But I was like, I know I'm not gonna come. I was like, this is just a waste of money in my mind. That's all I'm thinking. I'm like,
but you paid for her that experience.
Yeah. So she enjoyed herself.
I will say most time threesomes are just for the girl, yo.
Yeah,
threesomes are not
unless
you
have.
Are you
unless
serious?
Listen, let me finish my thought. Most of the time it's for the girl, unless you have 2 women who really just want to fuck the guy. And if you have a bisexual girl or 2 girls that's just experimenting with girls, most of that interaction is going to go with the girls.
Yep.
You're just going to be in the back. You're going to get in where you fit in. If it's an ass up in the air, you're going to fuck.
Yeah.
You're going to hit from the back. If it's somebody just faces somebody, you're going to get the neck. That's what it's going to be. Unless it's just 2 girls that really want to fuck and suck you.
Yeah. And then what happened is you got to understand, like, with the girl, and as a guy, in the back of your mind, you always think, like, all right, I don't want to take this shit too far. I want to do something
that's
and
then
then
fuck it up.
The whole mood off. Because y'all females, y'all already linked, y'all connected, y'all already understand each other. I'm out here like, all right, so can I stick it in the air? No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, like, everything feels like weird. It's like, all right, so let's you like,
when is it okay for me to stop being me and that shit?
So that's why I said the poly relationship that I was in was great because I was just like, we all together. So it was different. It was a different situation than having a regular threesome. But and the girl I went with, like, we weren't dating, so like we just friends. We just happened to occasionally have sex.
Gotcha.
But so it was like a lot of people was meeting was like, are y'all a couple? And it was like I was just the thing where if she didn't want to talk to him, I was like, yeah, we together. But if she thought he was cute, I'd be like, nah, I mean, I ain't know. And it was the same way. It was vice versa.
That's some dope fun shit.
So
yeah, eye to eye. He's black.
Yeah, he was trying. Huh? The girl's black? Yeah, she's black.
Oh,
why can't she be black?
Yeah. I didn't think she was black.
Yeah,
I
mean, she is an Oreo. She is an Oreo. But I will say, the other girls we met from America were also black. That was from DC, so they was also black, and we all got added to a group called Melanin Ravers, which was on Instagram. It's like a really huge like Instagram page, There's like black people who go to raves and stuff like that. So it's a lot more than you think, and a lot of them are bad as hell. Like all I'm saying,
yeah.
a lot of them when they was dressed, I was like, God.
I don't go to a rave, but I
It was
gotta
so much.
feel.
No,
I
it
gotta
was
be
so
right.
much fun. Like it was like, you know, you go to like you go to like any type of club, whatever, dance or like that. It's like you got a song come on, you don't know the words to.
Mm-hmm.
You all fucking be like, all right, you know, you feel it, but you know, but this is just straight techno music. It's like straight music, and they got house music too. So it's like you don't have to know the words to be like turning up. That everybody around you turning up, they all like getting lit. So it's not any kind of like somebody in the back holding a gun type shit.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. So it was a lot of fun. It made me want to go to more raves and bring friends to raves. So I'm about to go
next
to a
time you
couple
go to a rave, let me know. I want to go.
I'm going to one. I know I'm going to the one in DC.
Let me know. I might fuck with you.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's that shit is a lot. That shit's fun. Like,
so
I
what
thought she was
else happened?
exaggerating.
You bought your prostitute. What else? Well, that was it.
Well, they got some food. I feel like something else crazy happened. I can't remember what happened.
Like what? Like what's one thing or something that people, if you go into Amsterdam, what should they make sure that they experience?
If you are a 420 friendly, you have to go to a coffee shop. Coffee shops are not like here where you drink coffee. You drink, it's a weed. It's like a weed dispensary. They got the weed isn't really that strong, but they do have strong weed that you gotta ask for. You gotta know what you're talking about. So if you're weed head, you'll know what to ask for and what not to ask for.
Gotcha.
You have to go to a coffee shop because it's legal. You can just be in the middle of the daytime smoking. You know. What else?
How's like? Do you? I mean, you probably didn't go too deep into that, but like, how's like that with the professional shit? Like, can you go do that shit on your break and come back to work? Type shit? Or?
the way they work, the way I've seen the way they set up, everything is shut down at like around 6, 5 o'clock. Like so that the business day, the end of business day is like a hard line. It's not like somebody staying overtime and people are like often buildings are open later than 6. Like no, all that stuff is shut down. So everybody at 6, and everybody you can see everybody going from the workplaces to bars and stuff like that. Okay. So in downtown Amsterdam, where we were a lot of time, those stores stay open a little later. It's kind of like New York, where it's like stuff is still open, but it's mostly like restaurants and stuff like that open later. Okay. I know like the places like that you could get like stuff like, you know, I love New York, I love Amsterdam stuff. Mm-hmm. That stuff is open a little later, maybe like 8, 9 o'clock. But for the most part, everything is shut down at 6, and then everybody goes to the bars or goes to get dinner or something like that. So it's really like it's a lot of bikes there. You got to ride your bike. Okay. You got to get on the like the water, the boat, the ferries and stuff like that. They have a lot of ferries and boats, boat rides and stuff like that. You can get on. But it's really like if you've ever been to New York, it's really so similar. It's not even. Like that. Okay. It's really so like everything New York. That
was my next question: is everything spread out like North Carolina?
Everything is compact like New York and Amsterdam. Where we were in Zandam, it was kind of like a little bit of North Carolina, where you have like a strip with a lot of stores and stuff, and then most part everything else is just rural or small, you know. Gotcha. But it was a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was going to be cool and nice, but it was like very, very beautiful. Like the pictures and everything was just so beautiful. And I was just fucked up so much. And they love black people there. Like everybody, it was like, oh my God, how you doing? Like my Tinder, my
oh, you was on Tinder over there?
Yeah, that's
Tinder
what you should have did. Yeah, I met a couple people. They was like, as soon as I landed, it was like 10 plus. Oh sure. Automatically jumped to 10 plus. I'm like, okay. And it was some bad jokes. I'm like, I like this. What else?
What's I know. So it sounds like you did mainly drugs there. You weren't doing a whole lot of drinking.
I was doing some drinking. But
did they have like any signature drinks or signature? Like,
I was trying to get the bartender to give me. I was trying to get a signature drink to post on my page, and the most I got was Fireball. Not Fireball. Fire Jack Daniels, something like that. But
gosh, like what does everybody drink? Like black people here drink Henny. Like white people here drink.
They were drinking Henny. There were people drinking Henny over there. They was drinking what else? What do they have over there? A lot of gin and tonic was a lot of things that I heard people drink, getting, mostly gin and tonics, Henny. I think that's maybe the only drink I heard ordered like that. They had like a big old tray of gin and tonic. Like everybody was drinking gin and tonics over there.
Gotcha, that's the shit. When I went to fucking China and we hooked up with this English soccer team. I remember I went to China with 10 girls. I was the only guy. Hooked up with this fucking soccer team and they had us fucked up off of gin and tonics all night with fucking cucumbers in them.
Yeah, it was like, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. It was I don't know what it was, but
I
wanted to talk about the benefits of marriage because I had a funny article that I had found earlier because I wanted to
benefits.
Yeah, well, it was an old article, right, from 2016.
You mean like tax benefits? Or?
Well, yeah, it went into that, but all these benefits, I was like, you can do all this shit single except for the tax benefits because I had went on. I went somewhere. to hang out with this guy.
Got flued out.
And I went to his house, and he was being very coy about where he lived. So finally, I made it to his house. It's pretty far. And when we were pulling up, I couldn't really believe this was his house. So it was like a huge house on the hill. When I say huge, I mean like, I was like, how many bedrooms? It was like 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. I mean, it was humongous. One of the biggest houses I've ever actually like stayed in. So we walked in, like a formal living room, a family room, and another living room off to the side, then a sunroom. It was just ridiculous. He's also divorced. So I'm like, okay, you're divorced. You have 2 kids, but they don't live with you. So I was like, did you buy this house when you were married? And he was like, yeah. So I'm like, okay.
Is that a problem for you?
Wait, hold on. Here's what I'm thinking. So you bought this house when you were married, and where are your kids now? Oh, they're with my ex-wife, but I can tell his kids were over there quite often. But I'm like, where do your kids live now? Because I'm sure they're used to running around this big old beautiful house. And he's like, I don't know, in some apartment. My face?
You said you don't know. You said they live in some apartment?
He said, I don't know, some apartment.
Well, maybe him and the chick don't get along, so like...
Okay. But seriously?
I know it's been times for you to get angry with your baby father where you ain't want that nigga to know where the fuck you was at or lived.
Listen.
I got a quote for you. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah.
I asked him, why wouldn't you let your ex-wife have this house?
Because she's an evil bitch.
It is too much. Like, it's just him. He's not doing shit with it. It was empty as fuck. You could tell his country ass mama was decorated. I was like, yo, who decorated this shit? He was like, my mama. I was like, I can tell. This shit is horrible. It was like fucking unhealthy ass snacks everywhere. It was just fucking awful. It needed a woman's touch and not an older woman's
unhealthy
touch.
Snacks.
It was just terrible, huh?
My house looks okay.
Unhealthy snacks is
it was like
guys.
a bachelor-ass fucking big ass house. I was like, yo, this is too much fucking house for you. And at that point, he was like, she couldn't afford it. And I was just like,
yeah, I mean, that's right.
So you wouldn't sell the house and like split them up? Like your kids, you don't feel bad for your kids? They're used to living in like a fucking palace and they're living in a little apartment
They need that now. They need to be humbled. If anything, they need to be humbled. My kids, I don't care how rich I get, my kids are going, they go to school in projects.
That for me, that was a red flag. Because I felt like... I feel like if you're married, you buy a big old house for that. Okay, if you're the man, you're the breadwinner. I felt like just off a GP, if you have children, I felt like you could at least sold the house, y'all split the profit, and go about your business.
But what if like she wanted to?
In the ideal world, yes. But there's a lot of unknown factors here that you don't understand that could have happened. For one,
she might have cheated on him.
For one.
Oh, so that bitch not getting shit.
Yeah. Fuck. Kids or not.
No, we don't need to know nothing else.
Not a benefit of marriage.
Hey, you also
we don't need to know shit.
Did they go to court for custody and did she win custody?
I don't know.
If that's the case, if that's the case, then that's not his fault.
Yeah, if you fought for custody and you won,
you
should have.
Also,
you knew this was coming.
There's nothing wrong with having your kids in an apartment. I grew up in apartments. I've been in apartments. I mean, I grew up in houses too.
Me too.
I was in apartments, and like now as an adult, I'm thinking like we ain't need a lot of space.
Fuck no.
Honestly.
I need to downsize right now.
We don't need a lot of space.
You don't need to downsize.
I need to fucking downsize right now.
And it makes a dad look bad. I go over to dad's house and he got all the space. You like, oh, I want to live with daddy. Blah, blah, blah. That's good because most of the time when the mother take the children, they badmouthing the dad, and the kids don't like the dad. So No, they
love their dad. I'm just saying. My whole point was just off of GP.
That's not how the world works. That's not. Ideally, everything was good when they was together, but depending on how it fell out, depending on how spiteful she want to be, women are spiteful all the time. Men are spiteful too, but y'all are more creative. We are dumb. Our stuff is surface level. Our spitefulness is also. We do not connive just like that as far as women do. Women have great imaginations. You guys are conniving. Y'all know how to get under our skin. So, it just happens like that. So, if that's how it happened to him, then hey, it's not just off a GP. Off a GP, yes, but some things you don't let go. Some things you're just not going to be like, well, okay, I'm just going to turn over and take it in the butt. Like, no.
Fuck no. She cheated on him.
And that's not even a normal occurrence when guys have to get to keep their house or get to keep their stuff that they want, that they work for.
He even had a better lawyer or they had a prenup. Did he say that? You ain't
no, I didn't get. I was just so
She got her red flags. She got her red flags.
and I was just like, "Ooh, red flags."
Yeah, that nigga ain't no punk. He ain't no gump.
Yeah.
You ain't about
He ain't
to
no
get
punk.
him.
He hollered, "We want
Oh
prenup."
my god! Yeah, shit. The main point is I read an article and it was talking about the benefits of marriage, and the reason why I brought up that story is because I was like, well, he got that big ass house and he ain't got to have them damn kids all the time, so that was a benefit of marriage.
That's a benefit of divorce.
Actually, you might be right.
So,
since we have Q here in a relationship that I think should get married soon, and then we have Mr. Hoe of the Year over here, you know what I'm saying? Hoe of the Year, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Magic, Mr. Bachelor over here. I wanted to know the different. I guess. Well, Q is not sold on the whole marriage thing just yet.
I'm a believer in marriage. I want to be married one day, but I need to see fucking why. What's going to change if I get married?
Exactly.
Okay.
I need to know like.
Now,
like I be telling people. Listen. People ask me, my girl, how long y'all been together? 5 years, 6 years. Y'all ain't married yet, bitch. Why? Why are you asking me if I'm? Where's your boyfriend? You got boyfriend?
Y'all playing house?
Yeah. No, we just doing what the fuck we need to do.
What's going to change?
We
they
cool
happy
where
right
we
now.
at.
They good. They got good dynamic. They're not stressing out. Why? What's going to change when you marry besides stress? Right now, he get married right now. I promise it's going to be stress. It's only going to be added to the relationship. That's all it is.
I don't
stress
know.
Between families, stress between getting the marriage situated. I've seen people fall apart in process of getting married. Like, for no reason. They were good, but just the whole process is stressful. It's like, it's no point unless everything is like you need. Like, y'all trying to start a family, y'all about to have babies, stuff like that. That's something that you might want to think about. But that's, niggas is young.
But what's the difference between getting married and having kids and not being married and having kids?
But I'm only saying from an insurance government
goes into business.
Yeah, from the business standpoint.
Marriage is a business.
Yeah, from that business standpoint, you want to start a family, you want to make, do everything the right way, technically, from the government standpoint, then yeah. But, you want that white picket fence life, hey, it ain't for me. It's not for me.
So marriage is not for you?
Not for me.
You had said
eventually I can see
like
I can
10
see
episodes ago.
Maybe
you wanted to get married.
I mean, I do, but I'm realizing after traveling, and that's not the only thing, but also after seeing a lot of stuff, I'm just realizing that it might be one of those things where we've been brainwashed to think like, oh, we need to do this. Yeah. And maybe you might want to find your soulmate and settle down with that person for the rest of your life. But I feel like the kind of person I am, the kind of person that my soulmate wouldn't really care. Would be like, hey, the only thing I can see myself getting married is because I want to have kids and I want to slow down or something like that, which I don't think that's the kind of lifestyle that attracts me. Being like in one place for a long time, being like sitting down and having this like steady job type of thing where it's just like, I'm going on the office. I don't think that has to be marriage. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be, but I'm saying like that's all in that box of like things you do when you marry type of thing.
But no, that's what people. That's what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We brainwashed to think that.
Some married couples that go travel the world every day.
Yeah.
Some married couples that shit. I'll say my mentor teacher. She's been married for almost 25 years, and her and her husband live in separate states, which is weird as fuck to me. But it's something that they do.
A nuclear marriage.
I don't know.
It's a certain kind of marriage.
I don't know. But he comes down like maybe 2-3 times a month just to see her or whatever, and then he goes back to work.
And it probably fucking works.
It might do. I don't know, but like I don't want to say my reason ain't really for what Magic said. That he don't want to be just one
marriage
space,
is what you make
time.
it.
Yeah,
you can make it any version you want to.
But my shit is,
I
go
agree
with the saying. I go with the saying of women pick their boyfriends and men pick their wives. A man is not gonna. This is a Game of Thrones reference because this shit is coming on this week, right? A man,
winter is coming.
No man bends the knee for no reason. In Game of Thrones, bend the knee means you pretty much giving up, or you gonna like bend over backwards to do XYZ for this person, or let this person win, or give something.
Yep, give it a sacrifice. You don't need to sacrifice in marriage.
Why is a man doing it? Maybe that's the symbolism between getting down on one knee. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna go read that shit now.
Okay.
It's called taking an arrow to the knee. That's for Skyrim fans. Taking an arrow to the knee.
There we go. See, so why am I doing this? What's going to change? I want to know if women say y'all been together all this, or people say y'all been together all this time and you ain't married yet. I don't see a reason why to. For what? What's going to change? Why? What am I getting out of this?
Okay.
Why
So
should
I
I?
spend a bunch
Why
of
should I
money.
give this, I guess, status to someone or take on this status because this is a joint thing and we're both going to be married, not just you married. I'm going to be a husband. She's going to be a wife. We're going to be married. Why am I changing all of this for what? Just to continue doing the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What changes?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay, go.
So there's an article, and I have researched this. So keep in mind, this article is from 2016. I think a couple of these things have changed, but this is supposed to be the top 10 reasons to get married for men. Feel free to interject.
Oh, I will.
All right. Number 10, makes you live longer.
Shit.
Can I have some?
Hold on, let me finish. Statistically, mortality rates is 250% higher among single men, 5 times more likely to die of infectious disease, and 75% more likely to die of heart disease. You want to know why? Because y'all niggas don't go to the doctors.
Well,
and you're sticking your dick in everything
Well,
without
you know,
condoms.
I go to the doctor all the time.
Okay.
I was raised with insurance. My mom worked in
I
the
think
hospital, so I
That's
always
some old shit because young motherfuckers like me, I go to the fucking doctor.
I get a scratch. Especially all these free drug clinics you go to. Like what? It's like $20 for me. I go to the doctor all the time. Also, I want to say that those stats, if you go by like age and time limit, we're able to take the stats of people dying from whatever, or dying from living longer from marriage, for being married for a long time. Those people, you have to at least wait like maybe 30 years for those stats to update, just because it takes a while for you to see if that marriage, them lasting 30-year marriage, 40-year marriage, and they die at a late age. It takes a while for that to you to say, okay, this marriage, he died at this age, they was married.
Okay.
This person didn't die at that age, he wasn't married. So that's that to work. 2016, that was before the internet.
All right. Number 9, extra income.
You said that's a benefit?
I just got
Yeah, these are all
benefits.
these
You
are
get
the
extra
top
income.
10 reasons
Now-
to get married for men.
I will say that I agree with that one because
Okay.
even in if I were to move in with a girl, I would be saving a whole lot more money.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now my rent let's say household bills is about $1,300, right? Just household shit. If I was to move in with somebody, that shit is cut in half.
Yep.
I'm stacking bread. So yes, I can see that. I can agree with that one.
Okay.
But that's not always the case though, because some
Yeah.
women will say, "No, since we live together, you the man in the house, you got to pay all the bills."
And that's when you get the fuck out. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I cannot. If you think like that, I was talking to girls and I just cut them off. That was like the first people I matched on Tinder was because of that. Like, no, it's not. I'm
So
paying
you
for
don't
everything.
believe that so do you go by like who makes more, or do you just split down
I have
the
the
middle?
perfect thing. What you do is you go off a percentage base. Okay, I'm gonna put either half or whatever my percentage is off of my whatever I'm making a month away for bills. You're gonna put a percentage base off of your bills away. It's the same percentage. It's usually 50%. So if I put half of my stuff away, you put half of your stuff away. Whatever you make it's not a set number. It's just the percentage of what you make. Now you can do 60-40, whatever, but y'all do it that way. That way, y'all put it in one pile, and that money is spent just for bills.
All right. So number 8, nuclear family, aka having kids. You're having kids with your partner, as opposed to baby mama and
Fuck
baby
them
daddy.
kids. I do agree. I think that growing up with, but this, I mean, you don't have to be married, but
Yeah, I was
growing
gonna
up
say, just try to stay
with
together.
your both your parents in your life is a huge difference. I grew up in New Jersey, where there's not a lot of people. It's one of those specific areas where a lot of Section 8, a lot of people, a lot of families broken up because of drugs or whatever like that. A lot of gangsters, all this stuff. So you usually don't see kids who grew up with both their parents. And it's funny because I look back now, I'm planning my 10-year graduation reunion for high school, and I can see people I had in elementary school, people I knew in elementary school who didn't grow up with both their parents, what position they are in versus people who have. And you can look at that directly. Like there's a lot of us in my generation who grew up with both our parents, traveling, going places, graduating, are comfortable where they're at right now. And a lot of people who didn't are locked up, dead, on the streets,
Damn.
not doing something. It's like a really big difference when growing up in poverty. Like, if you're growing up in poverty, you have both your parents, you're good. you don't, it's more of a gamble. So
do you say that no matter if you're growing up in poverty or well off, as long as you have both parents, is because of what? Is it? Just because
you need both sides. You can't get everything just from your mom. You can't get everything just from your dad. You can get stuff if you have a father figure, you have a mentor. That helps a lot, and helped me a lot sometimes. But for the most part, you need somebody to go. At some point, we're older now. We're at the age our parents was kind of, and we know we don't know everything. If you have a baby right now, you have kids. If you look back when you were a kid, you're young enough to understand. Like when you were a kid, and your parents would say something to you, and you like, oh, why I gotta do this? And they just tell you something why you gotta do it. It's no real. There was nothing. There's no handbook to it to let them know like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. There's no like right or wrong handbook. So it takes the more people, the better off the kid is to get the proper.
It takes a village.
Yeah. So you can't just leave it up to one person to mold this child to be like ready for the world, because you're gonna miss some things.
Right.
And so having two people kind of helps balance it out, and that's really where you can see that.
Yeah, and I'll agree with that, because I'll say. I don't think marriage is an excuse, or kids is a
excuse to get married or keep the marriage.
Or reason, I don't think that is, because if you don't like each other, that's just gonna run off into the kids. If it's a horrible marriage, it's gonna be a horrible household. That's true. I think you should, if you want to try to stay together, cool. If it don't work, it don't work. That's life. I was raised. I guess they tell me my parents was together when I was like 2 years old. But I was fucking too, so I don't fucking know. I don't know how much I really benefited from that. But I did, like you said, had father in my life. I had a lot of father. I had uncles and shit. I saw my father pretty much every day after school. I would walk to the barbershop and that'd be that. But I will say having multiple people, and it doesn't have to be a parent, having multiple people in the child's life helps versus. So what's the next benefit?
Not dying alone. Number 7.
Man. First of all, you can't in this world alone. You don't go alone, okay? God damn it, fuck all that.
Shit, I agree with that, because when you dead, the fuck. Yeah. I can understand being old and lonely and decrepit. Yeah, nah, that's one thing. Right. But dying alone, fuck it.
Think about it this way: if you die alone, there's nobody to leave the bills to. You can just die and you dead, whatever.
Hey, you're not leaving that. But if you have a family, when you die, you want that to be a come up. You want to have life insurance, shit, so you leave your family something.
And that's what I think they mean by that. Yeah, okay. That's what I think they mean by.
My grandfather just passed, and
he
ain't nothing to my grandmother. He ain't nothing to my grandmother, but they wasn't married, which is crazy. They wasn't married, but they were together forever.
Exactly.
And he.
Damn.
So I don't know what the situation is behind that, but they were together. And I think it might have been he just didn't have a lot to leave. That's what I want to believe.
Yikes.
But. Yeah, I mean.
Okay. All right. So this is one that I didn't like this one, because this is.
That means we probably won't like it.
All right. Yes. And this, I agree, but I don't think it's right. Marriage makes you more attractive, boosting confidence.
In whose eyes?
Other bitches.
Hell yeah.
Yes. I just talked, not even mad, just being in a relationship, being faithful.
And then it said, no, seriously, and then the article says, now that doesn't mean that you should go and, talk to these other women that's finding you more attractive, but doesn't mean you should get married for other women.
Women find faithfulness attractive. Women find a faithful man attractive, and they be all up on you like white on rice.
Definitely,
that's true. Okay,
because I feel like that cuts out the security wall.
That
it's like, he married, he ain't worried about me, but let me just go talk to him, because let me bounce some things off him. Let me see what he thinks, and then you fuck around and give your whole life to him, and then he gonna motherfucking surprise your ass with that dick one, and you're like, oh shit.
Yep, exactly. Been there, definitely. All right. So number 5, tax breaks. So society is designed to make life easier for married couples. So I think that goes.
I don't fucking understand that.
You get tax breaks for being married.
You should be getting tax breaks because you're single.
No.
Fuck this married shit.
I'm just saying that goes into more financial. That's why I always say marriage is a business.
I guess.
Okay, number 4. I don't know how y'all. Number 4 is more sex.
Nah.
If anything, it's probably less sex.
No.
I guess it's the only one in a relationship in the room. I would say it's 50-50. Okay. It depends on really how you rocking. I mean, if you have a great sexual relationship before marriage, cool. Why I don't see why that would slow down. But if you didn't have a great sexual life before that shit, you think that shit's gonna change just because you're married? No.
I would say that this is from being I would say a sexual expert. Self-proclaimed.
Oh my gosh!
But no, seriously, like looking at the timetable.
I really need one of my friends to fuck Aaron because
Looking
I
at the
need to
time-
know.
Let's just bring one of the girls
Like,
on.
no, because I don't know if they're gonna get like. I need
He not gonna be here.
details. I need
He
like.
not gonna be here.
I need an unbiased
Go
opinion.
ahead. I mean, I got you.
How's it gonna be biased? They just fucked them.
Anyway,
Because I need them to not have any loyalty or ties to him.
she thinks
I need it to be
anyway,
to me.
go ahead, find something. Find one. You got my pictures. Go ahead. Anyway, what's I about to say? You mess up whatever. Oh yeah,
More
being a
sex.
sex expert, I can tell you that there is a graph, and you start off at a certain point with whoever you having sex with, and it's gravity. It goes downhill. Now, things that can bring it up are you doing things different with the partner you have sex with constantly. Like, how often you have it. You have it every day, whether you have it like every, twice a week or something. I mean, it depends how often you have it, but it always goes downhill. So at one point, you're going to reach that bottom point unless you're smart about it, you're young. So when you're young, you're doing different things. You're more open to a lot more stuff. And, it's fluctuating. It's gliding. But then when you get older, you stop having sex as much. Starts going downhill. You start trying to experiment with new things. It'll go up for a little bit, but it's going down. There's no way for you to have sex with somebody and it's constantly getting better.
I don't know.
It will, but once you get to that top point, it's going down. Like, it's not fast, but,
I think that, I think
to try
that's
new
a
things.
difference because I think with, women for sure, I can say this. Women, we have our sexual peak between 31 and like 34. I'm 32 and I've been talking to some
60-year-olds and they ready.
I'm telling you, it's like it kind of increases more when we get older. Because I was definitely not this when I was in my 20s, and I had boyfriends back to me. It was there available to me all the time.
Where in your 20s do you think that shit started to decline? Because I know shit. I mean, I feel like everybody when they 16 and 22, everybody wants to fuck.
Yeah, I would probably say like 25, 26.
Mid-20s, when you start having to grow up a little bit and have to start.
Because you got other shit.
The rest of the life.
You got other shit going on.
Yeah, you start thinking about your priorities kind of shift a little bit, and then once you start getting a hold of it in your late 20s towards early 30s, you start going, all right, I know how bills work, I know how all this other stuff work, I'm good. All right, and then you start craving the other part again. Like,
so do you think that this has anything to do with age or just your status? Because what if you jump out there at 22, 23, getting money?
Well,
and you're 24, 5,
even
6, 7,
still, this
straight.
It's more of age because you got to look at it this way. Even if you have money from the beginning, everybody has their struggle. So you still have to find yourself as you're getting older. Whether nobody's gonna be 19 years old and know exactly what they want to do the rest of their life and be perfectly set. Like, you might, maybe, but it's very rare. Like, for the most part, no matter how much money you have, you still have to. You can't witness that much stuff at that early age. Really. You have to be able to grow as a person. Your mentality changes. How you view the world is changing because you're a teenager. All that stuff changes. So once you get past that, then you can come into who you really are, and then you can be like, okay, cool. So that's why I say you got your whole phase. In late 20s, really. You got a whole phase in college, but that's only if you go to college. If you don't go to college, you're not really have a whole phase like that. The whole phase is really when you move somewhere else. You move somewhere else. You start off on your own, and you got that whole phase where you just going out. You're like, I'm not in the house with my parents no more. I can fuck. Like, I gotta sleep. You got that whole phase going on.
I guess you could say that, if you didn't go to college.
Yeah, if you didn't go to college.
If you didn't go to college, you probably still gonna have a whole phase.
Yeah, but the time, it's just the time.
Yeah, you are.
I'm saying the timetables when you have it is different.
Oh, yeah.
It goes off of more or less, not necessarily. Because when you go to college, you kind of leave the house and you're able to be on your own. Whatever age you are on your own for the first time, that's around the time your whole phase is going to be. Yeah, is when you're able to go, I can date people, I can talk to people freely without having to take them back to my parents every time. Yeah. That whole phase come in.
Okay. Where are we at? Number 3? Better sex.
That I would say yes.
Really?
Because the person knows you. To this day, my ex.
It should be.
It
That's
should
not
be.
going to always be the case. But it should.
If you have good sex with somebody and y'all having good sex for a long time,
by the time y'all get married, you should know that person's body.
Yeah, like my ex was still wild out, and I'd be like, dang, like that's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna say the amount of time it take, but it's a short amount of time than average. So I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. Like you still got it. But they have to know you.
All right. Number 2, I don't think I agree with this. Married people are happier
Hell no. It depends. This is all speculative. This is all on a percentage basis. It might be like 49% not happy and 51% happy. Like I feel like whoever made this article was reaching like for the right part.
I feel like they may be happier for all of those reasons because I think it's like a domino effect.
So if you got all those check marks off,
the way that I see marriage is partial business but partial love. I love this person and they just turn out to be a great maybe it's the other way around. They're a great business partner and it turned out to be that I actually love them as well. So I'm getting money and I'm happy on the same side. So we fucking all the time. We doing shit we want to do. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck wouldn't I be happier?
Yeah.
So I think that's the idea.
If they get all those check marks.
You gotta check off certain shit that you think. Like if you only have, say you have 5 options, but you can only pick 3 out of those 5. Which 3 is going to secure your happiness?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
We can make a list or give 5 options. Which 3 will be best? But yeah, that's the thing. I think if you have everything checked, you're straight.
Okay. And number 1 is they said makes you a better man.
I guess.
I guess because maybe you're settled down per se.
People tell me I'm
you're
nicer now.
Focused on, your money. You're focused on your family.
It might make you like society wise. It might make you better from a societal standpoint. Like you're not constantly a threat to other men to be like the alpha male as far as trying to get a girl or whatever like that. Are you able to focus more on work because you have something to work for? I guess it does make sense, but it's one of those things where it's situational. Like make you a better man. Who, to yourself? Like, are you happy with yourself right now, being married right now? Like, okay. I don't know. I just don't see monogamy as a lucrative thing for me at this point in my life. Maybe
Aaron is on his hoe shit, so he doesn't concur.
Bachelor shit
right now.
Bachelor shit.
Okay. Bachelor.
I got a question though. If a woman was doing the same thing you're doing right now, would you call her a bachelor? Or would you call her a hoe?
Bachelor. I got a female friend right now that does the same thing. We had a conversation because we were talking for a little bit, and we had a conversation like she was like, "You sleep with other people?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm like, you are?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's what I thought." That was in that conversation.
That's what I thought.
But it's all about this point. I'm gonna talk because I'm real quick about my blog that I'm about to do, and I'm making it a blog and not a vlog. But it's gonna be basically the life of a bachelor. So it's gonna be basically like a how-to guide, how to be a proper bachelor. Okay. Not to be a player where you lie to women all the time. Because the key points I want to touch on this is a lot of times men think they have to lie to women.
Don't lie to women
to get what they want to get from the woman.
Don't.
Like, you want to have sex with her, you think you got to lie to her to have sex with her, you don't.
Give it a buck.
Another thing is you can still
suck your dick longer.
You can still be a gentleman. You can still be a gentleman with a girl. Like for instance, one thing I do have most of the time is I'll have toiletries for women. And even though I'm single, it's like I know sometimes you might get your period. You might not have your bonnet with you.
My gosh.
You might not have your whole bag with you properly. You might,
because I can tell some motherfuckers some shit.
And you might need to have some extra stuff. Now, the first part,
you might need makeup wipes. You might need a bonnet.
Exactly. All that stuff is in the thing. 2 factors. You have to have that stuff, and everything has to be new. Don't have recycling. It has to be in a new package because if it's used, it's over for you.
Yeah, don't have an open box of jokes.
Yeah, no.
If I go to a man's house and he already has makeup remover wipes, a bonnet, tampons, whatever, in unopened packages, I'm going to think 2 things. First, I'm going to think, oh my God, this nigga is a fucking whore. And then number 2, I'm going to think, this is about to be the best dick ever.
I was ready to say.
I got it. This is, I've had this conversation. I got it right here. This is the thing. You don't ever need all of that stuff at one time.
That's true.
You only need one thing. So him having all that is a red flag. Him having one of those things, it can be explained. And you just be honest, like, hey, And
I was going to say, with a guy like that, by the time you made it to that point, you know what the game is. You know what it is.
This is not something you bring out on the first night of having sex. No.
Yeah, you know that, all right, this is a suave kind of guy. You know he fuck with chicks, and he's good at this.
And even if he's doing it where he's doing multiple at the same time, or maybe he just, he's looking out for him, or I'm talking to this girl right now, whatever like that. It's the dating life. You can date without having to be irresponsible. Like, you can be responsible and date and be honest with somebody, because then the first step. Then it's like, once you get a little more serious, okay, nah, I'm not, this is just me and you right now. So that's just all about, communication.
So if you're about the bachelor life and you're talking about dating and then once it gets serious, then what's really the point of dating till it gets serious?
Because you don't know, like I tell people all the time, I don't go looking for love. I don't go looking for love. I don't go looking for relationships. I don't go looking for, I'm looking for the perfect girl. No, I'm assuming that I am dumb. I don't know. I wouldn't know my soulmate if they walked across me right now, because I don't know. In my mind, I've been in love however many number of exes I have, and each time they're like, oh, I love this person, I want to be with this person forever, and then something happens, or I grow a little bit, or something changes, and then now I don't have that same view anymore. So for me to be as naive and think that, oh, you know, I'm dating and this person I'm gonna meet right now is gonna be the love of my life, it's dumb. I'm dating because I want to grow more, and you're growing, and right now we link, but the link might change. But for now, it's working. So, you know, if it does change, you know, oh well. But if it doesn't, that'll be great. But I treat everything like, you know, as it comes. You know, you don't want to sit there and put all your eggs in one basket. You know, you're dating. You're trying to see, you know, who might be good for you, who might not be good for you.
But you don't want monogamy.
No. I just want in my life. And it's because I haven't met a girl who's going to be like, you know, who it hasn't been stressful being monogamous with. So
it's conditional then.
Yeah. It's you know, I have been monogamous before, and I've been in a relationship where it wasn't a monogamous relationship, but I'm like, in my experience from how I have lived my life, I've been a lot more, I've been a lot happier
single
with single being non-monogamous than I have been in relationships. Whether, you know, in my last serious one was literally cut and dry, perfect relationship, like grade 6, we all got along together, we looked good together. All had, you know, similar friends. We were really close friends. You know, push each other. It wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have graduated college. Like, we push each other a lot. So, but it was one of the things where, you know, you grow apart and you have to look at it like, we're good friends, but the rest of the thing isn't there. So, you know, you have to sit there and go, you know, do we wait till we become enemies, or do we cut it off now and be like, all right, you know, we can still be friends, we still cool, but it's not gonna work. It's not working out relationship wise. I see it going down the hill, so I don't want to get there.
Definitely could relate to that.
So, you know, it's but you know, you can tell people not to be players. You can tell people don't have to act like something you're not. You don't got to go to the club. You don't got to stunt. You don't got to walk out and say, oh, I'm about to take you on this really fancy, elaborate dinner date, and it's not pay week. Like, you shouldn't have to sacrifice meeting a girl that you like and wowing a girl that you like and hanging out with a girl that you like because right now you focus on schoolwork, or you know, you don't have a job, you don't have a lot of money in your pocket at the time, because that can change in a week or 2 weeks. Like, you can make it big the next, you know, you hustling, you can make it big in a little bit. So you never know where you at in your life when, you know, you meet somebody, but you don't want to miss the opportunity. So you invite them over to the house and cook dinner for them. I can make you a delicious meal
in true typical Aaron fashion
for $20 at Harris Teeter.
Get some of this shrimp pasta, girl.
Ooh, the shrimp.
Not shrimp.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta get that shrimp.
Right,
but you gotta know who you're dealing with, because Tiffany.
Anyway, let's go ahead and go and drink of the week. All right, so I got inspired with talking about gin. And this is a really very old drink. It's called the French 75. Its origins is from World War II. I'm sorry, World War I, not World War II. So it is made with gin. And it's basically, let me see. They said it originated at Harry's New York bar in Paris. Cocktail was named after the French 75 millimeter field gun, which Q probably knows all about since he loves his guns. All right. So it's 1 ounce of gin, and this is served in a champagne flute. Okay, guys? Not champagne glass.
I got back
champagne.
I have like 20 champagne flutes in my house.
So it's 1 ounce of gin, 1/3 ounce of lemon. So I guess it's lemon juice.
It'll be lemon juice because the French 42 is pretty much the same thing with cognac.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, 3/4 of lemon juice, 1 ounce of simple syrup, and 3 ounces of champagne. You're basically going to combine all the ingredients into a shaker, except for the champagne.
That goes on top.
But you're going to shake it, add ice to the shaker, shake it real good, strain it into the champagne flute, and then
top it with the champagne.
Top it with the champagne.
Yeah, it's pretty much
and
the
then,
same.
Garnish with the lemon twist, and that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the French 42, which is just with cognac.
Gotcha. Okay. I've never made before. Never had it.
You can say that, I guess, but no.
The cognac.
But my drink is going to be in honor of, well, since we just passed Fat Tuesday, Fat Tuesday just passed. Like I told y'all, I went to the Big Easy for the Mardi Gras festival thing. My drink is going to be the Hurricane. The Hurricane has some history with Louisiana, of course. The hurricane drink came about after Hurricane Katrina, hence the name of it and the color of it, which I might. The hurricane is an ounce of both Bacardi Silver or Bacardi White rum and an ounce of Myers rum, Jamaican rum, Rose's lime juice or any kind of lime juice that you want, orange juice and sour mix. And you'll shake. You don't have to shake it up, but you can roll it, and it's going to be kind of like murky, like a brownish color. So that represents the water, Katrina, and then you do a float of grenadine on the top of it, which represents the people who died in the hurricane. So, not to bring it down, but shout out to the not Bacardi, but whoever made the hurricane. But yeah, that's my drink for this week.
Wow.
Y'all ain't gotta make that face. It's still a good drink.
I mean, it's a good drink, but damn.
Everybody go drink the hurricane in honor of the people who died. Go celebrate.
You know what I was thinking about? Those people that died in that Ethiopian plane crash.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, watch the news.
I got a drink since I came back from Amsterdam, and it's a drink that's popular over in Cali. It's called the Green Dragon.
Okay, what's up?
The Green Dragon is a marijuana THC infused drink, but it takes a little preparation. You have to take your flour and you put it inside of a whippet canister, which is used to make whipped cream.
Okay.
It's a chefs use the whippet canisters to infuse herbs into different liquids. So you take the CO2 from the cartridge and you put the flour in there and into the container, and you put your Everclear in there. Close it, and you charge the canister by pressing the tab or button or whatever, like the whippet container. Like you just pour whipped cream. You charge it, and you just empty the whole thing out. And you do it maybe 2 or 3 times, and then the Everclear will be infused with the THC. Strain it, so you get rid of the flour, the bud, and then you mix it with, I believe it's any melon liquor would probably work. But at this point, you can mix it with anything. I mix it with melon liquor, and I actually sometimes will add some Henny and Hypnotic.
Okay.
And then you shake it all up, and you good to go. They just pour it. It's good to go.
That's your Green Dragon.
It's the Green Dragon. That's not the original recipe, but that's my recipe. So go ahead. It's the East Coast recipe.
Hey, that's fine.
But the hard part is infusing the Everclear with THC. So long as you have the Everclear and the THC, you're good to go, and you'll get high and drunk at the same time.
That's fucking scary.
Yes, it is.
So you got anything coming up this week? I mean, you mentioned your blog.
Oh yeah, so that's going to be coming up after I finish editing my Amsterdam trip video. This week,
I was wondering why I didn't see a lot of pictures. You got a video?
I got a video coming out. It's going to drop.
Okay.
I've been moving, so I just moved into basically.
Tiff, what you got going on this week?
Nothing. I'm really focused on moving and work, and just trying to get my shit together. That's all.
Wait, if I have a game night, would y'all come
Fuck
do the show?
Yeah, we there.
All right, I'm gonna have a game.
Yeah.
I want to have a housewarming game night type of thing.
Oh hell yeah!
The house is really like a 70s look. It's really cool. So yeah, I think I like it. It's really cool.
So if you walk in and you hear Luther playing just now, it's the house.
Okay.
But
yeah, so I'm gonna play the game night. I can probably do your show there too.
I'm with it.
So.
But one big thing or new thing that Sex on the Rocks has coming up is a what the fuck is your status party? Okay.
Ooh.
If anybody has never heard of this, it's kind of going around the country, I guess. What your status is? You go around. It's kind of like a old school juice party kind of thing.
Yeah.
You walking around. It's in clubs and bars and stuff. But you're walking around with, instead of a glass, a solo cup, and all of the cups are color coded. We have like a yellow cup for taking, a green cup for it's complicated, and then you got the blue cup that may be single as fuck, and you got the pink cup that's DTF, right?
That's my favorite one. I look for. I get all
right. So you come in, you get your cup, and that's what you drinking out of all night.
Yep.
You go to the bartender, he's giving you a cup. You have to tell them what your status is, okay, in order to get a cup or get a drink. And don't be shy now. I mean, if you single, let that man shoot his shot. If you taking, I mean, we ain't gonna say shit.
You better be with somebody else that's there, because if you there by yourself, you taking, you ain't taking.
Yeah, you ain't taking. I mean, definitely, it's gonna be March 29th. It's gonna be at a spot called 5 Points in downtown
That's
Raleigh.
my place.
We'll be updating you guys more. Definitely check out our page. We're going to be shooting out the bios, links. You can get early bird tickets now on Eventbrite. I will add that in at the end of this episode, because I don't have it off the top of my head, but I will add that in. And yeah, y'all come out and fuck with Sex on the Rocks. I have been getting a couple.
Ladies, I'll be there. So
yeah, you just look for the tall ball guy.
if I'm bald at that point, I just cut my hair. It had a little fro mini.
Oh shit!
Coming back from Amsterdam, but yeah, I'm excited, man. That sounds like
I think it's gonna be a ball.
I like that kind of stuff.
We host it. We not throwing it, but we are hosting it. So we gonna be in there. I might have a mic. I might be popping shit. I'm gonna come talk to you. I'm gonna come see what's in your cup. We gonna have a drink. Let's have a ball. All right.
I'm gonna let Q talk because he is way better than at that shit.
He's gonna be there looking cute and be bagging all the guys. He got money. If you Asian and you like big booty black girls, then come to this event and you might be able to.
Or if you dark skin and you got a big dick, I'll let you do it.
If you Asian and you got both, then you definitely do.
You definitely.
You got some money. Oh yeah, she will definitely make you happy.
If you fuck with Sex on the Rocks, just be out there. All right. Peace out, y'all. Sex on the Rocks.
Sex on the Rocks.